Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC updates. Everything we're going to be covering in today's video is in regards to the Nintendo Switch 1 and Switch 2 versions of the game. We've seen all this stuff already released over on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. So if you're looking for any news or updates in regards to the upcoming DLC 4-pack that's going to be dropping in summer of 2026, we don't have anything new just yet. They even confirmed it under this tweet over here. The major DLC for the Nintendo Switch 2 and Switch 1 versions will follow a different release schedule from the other platforms. They have their own timeline, even going back to the official DLC 4 showcase video that they dropped a while ago. So you can see winter, spring, and summer for PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. They have their own free updates and DLCs planned out. Underneath that category with Switch 1 and Switch 2, they're barely going to be releasing DLC 1, also known as Hero of Justice Pack, the superhero characters, which we'll go over all that in the second half of this video, just in case if you're wondering which characters exactly. And then for spring and summer of 2026, again for Switch 1 and Switch 2, they're going to be releasing the following DLCs. DLC 2, 3, and the extra Charlotte DLC. So they're stuck in the past, pretty much. This is 2025 Sparking Zero, while all the other consoles or platforms are in the future or present timeline with the upcoming 2026 content. But the reason why I'm covering the Switch stuff is because I actually got a comment in yesterday's video if we have any Nintendo Switch updates. We do now, so without further ado, please make sure to drop a like, turn on post notifications, and let's jump straight into it. So first, we're going to be covering the free update content. Thank you for playing Sparking Zero. We will release an update on February 19th, 2026 at 1 a.m. UTC. We'll go ahead and convert the UTC time over to the US time zones here shortly. Due to the update distribution, maintenance will be conducted on February 19th from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. UTC. So it's going to be a total of 2-hour maintenance, which is not too bad. So if we do the US time zones, 3 a.m. UTC will convert over to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Central Time and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All will be live tomorrow, February 19th. So kind of late, but not really. During maintenance, ranked matches, custom battles, the World's Library will be unavailable, which is the basic stuff. We even have the patch notes. Then we'll talk a little bit more about the actual DLC pack. Target platforms, both Switch consoles. The version of the game, it's going to be updated to 0.2A013. And the Switch version is going to be 2013.012. So slightly different changes and adjustments to game modes. Extreme Warrior Time Attack. So they're finally bringing this in for the very first time. If it's anything like the other platforms, then the first opponent is going to be DBS Broly, fighting him on the destroyed planet Namek stage, trying to make things accurate to the movie itself. And it is fun. It's, I guess, somewhat challenging because there are different difficulty settings you get to choose from. Added a new time mode where players battle characters with significantly increased strength. This mode is unavailable when not in the event period. So there's going to be a certain timed period for this event. It's not always going to be there 24/7. That's one of the cons, I guess you could say, for this game mode. It just pops in every so often, mainly after a huge free update or DLC updates. Now, there will be 3 difficulty settings at the start of the Extreme Warrior Time Attack. We have the Novice, Intermediate, and Advanced. And then after about 2 weeks or so, they'll include a 4th difficulty setting called Super. That's going to be the difficult one, and it's quite challenging and fun. Now, I do remember when this game mode, Extreme Warrior Time Attack, first released, there were a couple bugs in order to get the highest amount of points possible, completing this within a very short amount of time. Really want to know if all those bugs will already be patched by the time this event game mode drops, just because they're already aware of all that stuff since they already came out over on the other platforms. You know what I mean? More changes and adjustments to the versus mode in Battle Together, which is the local battle play mode. All stages can now be selected. About time. Y'all Switch players are eating. Again, this is stuff that we've already seen. Notes: all stages become selectable only when either the Nintendo Switch 2 version or the Nintendo Switch version is played on the Nintendo Switch 2 console with the update data applied. So if you're playing on the Switch 1, unfortunately, you won't be able to play on every single stage. I think there's currently only the Room of Spirit and Time. Feature changes and adjustments. Custom Battle added new selectable scenarios, cutscenes, and text options. Other category: improved usability and overall system stability. Online play requires the updates to be applied, and internet connection is required to download the updates. We hope you continue to enjoy Sparking Zero. Thank you for your support. And that's about it for the patch notes. Now, going over to the DLC itself, we're finally getting the Justice Heroes pack, which in my personal opinion, this has to be one of the better ones. DLC 1 and DLC 3 because of the epic characters. So DLC pack 1 will go live on February 20th. That's 2 more days at the time of recording this video. Free updates tomorrow. DLC is after that. Finally here, 11 powerful playable characters from the movie Dragon Ball Super Super Hero are now available, including Gohan, Beast, and Cell Max, who stole the show. Enjoy the new characters and additional content. So here we have all 11 playable characters. Superhero Base, Super Saiyan Potential Unleashed, and Beast Gohan, as well as both Gamma 1 and 2. Cell Max, 2 giant playable characters, Cell Max and Giant Orange Form Piccolo, as well as the rest of Piccolo's forms, Base, DBS, Power Awakened, and his standard orange form. I believe this is the only DLC pack that includes an additional outfit, the Red Ribbon armor for Piccolo. Oh wait, no, we do get an outfit for Daima Kid Goku. That's part of DLC 2. But I know for a fact that this is the only DLC that includes 3 expert missions. The last one that we have over here, the Gohan versus Goku, that's actually kind of cool because both final forms, something that happened in the manga, Beast versus Ultra Instinct, and we just get, you know, a small glimpse of what could possibly go down in Sparking Zero. The one above that, Cell Max boss fight, that's pretty straightforward. Basically just trying their best to recreate the superhero movie in the game with custom battles, right? So you get to go up against that character, and then the first one with the 2 Gammas going against all the other androids, that's just a cool what-if scenario. And as I mentioned before, DLC 3, 2, and even the extra DLC shallots are all planned for the Nintendo Switch. DLC 2, Super Saiyan 3, Mini Vegeta, probably the MVP for that pack. DLC 3, both for Goku's and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta for sure. Hopefully they update the Shallots DLC because we only get his base form, but I'm talking about in the future. It would be nice to get the rest of his transformations, and I think right now, currently in Dragon Ball Legends, he can go up to Super Saiyan Blue. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. I do recommend purchasing the Season Pass if you know for sure that you're going to be purchasing every single DLC pack, because if you buy the Season Pass, you will be saving a bit of extra money after all DLCs have been released. Now, going over here to the actual Nintendo Switch website, yeah, we have the price of the Season Pass. So let's open this one and this one. This is going to be the pre-order pack, so if you missed out on the playable base Daima Goku, you can purchase this separately. It will cost you $4 US, and the actual Season Pass collectively will cost you 35 bones. I know that's a lot, but you do get DLCs 1, 2, 3, and the Shallot DLC. Let's actually confirm that. Yeah, included right there. We do have a release window for all the other content. You can see DLC Daima 1, Shallots, DLC 3. It says releases on the 31st of May 2026. Now, obviously, all 3 DLCs won't be dropping at the same time, so these are placeholders. We only have the time window, I guess you could say, release windows. Going back over here, spring and summer of 2026 is when we will be getting the rest of the content. Yeah, just wanted to go over the Switch content for you guys. Thank you guys for the immense support as per usual, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!